terrorism and banditry. The president made this known after Eid-el-Kabir prayers in Lagos. Defense correspondent Kikelomo Okere has the details.
Speaking after the Eid-el-Kabir prayer in Lagos, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu emphasized compassion, unity and selflessness during the season, urging citizens to support the vulnerables and behave responsibly. He highlighted the extraordinary effort of troops on the front lines and encouraged fervent prayers for their safety.
The spirit of peace must come together, be one another's brother's keeper, give your neighbors, love everyone equally. We must pray hard for our troops who are keeping us safe, making the sacrifices in the challenges that we face in terrorism and banditry today. We must pray for them specifically, and we must remember their sacrifices and continue to be of good behavior.
The event was attended by key government officials, security advisors and prominent business leaders. The chief imam of Lagos State also urged the faithful to emulate Prophet Abraham's spirit of sacrifice. Kikelomo Okere, Global Television News.
President Bola Tinubu has commiserated with former Senator Smart Adeyemi over the passing of his mother, Princess Victoria Adeyemi, in a statement issued by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. Tinubu acknowledged the enduring impact of her legacy, especially in the Iyara community of Kogi State and among her numerous associates in Niger State, where she lived for 45 years and raised her 6 children before relocating to Abuja. He also paid tribute to the late monarch and community leader, fondly remembered for her benevolence, humility, and peaceful disposition, which endeared her to all who came in contact with her. Constitutional lawyer Professor Mike Ezekome San has cautioned that Nigeria is veering dangerously towards authoritarianism, warning that the country could morph into a de facto one-party state if current trends continue unchallenged. Ezekome sounded the alarm over what he described as a growing erosion of political diversity and ideological identity in Nigeria's democratic space. In a one-party state, dictatorship reigns supreme. Everybody must agree. National Assembly pocketed, judiciary will be pocketed, and everybody will be saying, yes, 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 he said. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has invoked a no-pay, no-work policy on the federal government following the continuous delay of salaries of its president. Professor Chris Piwuna disclosed this in an interview with our correspondent in Abuja. Piwuna accused the government of trying to frustrate members of the union following their departure from the Integrated Payment and Personal Information System, popularly known as EPIS. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has issued a warning in Abuja about the creation of fake Facebook accounts in the name of its permanent secretary, Ambassador Dunoma Ahmed, who was defrauded by fraudsters. He advised the public not to engage with individuals and groups behind such fraudulent schemes, as they are deceptive and harmful. According to him, the ministry is working closely with security agencies and Meta, Facebook's parent company, to investigate and shut down the fake account. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has commended the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Umo Eno, for defecting to the All Progressives Congress. It was reported that Eno officially defected from the People's Democratic Party to the APC at an event held at the government house in Uyo, the state's capital. The governor defected alongside his deputy, Akon Eyakenye, as well as members of the state's executive council, federal and state lawmakers, and local council chairpersons. Reacting in a Facebook post, Ababio said Eno's decision to join APC shows his commitment to the welfare of the people. Governor of Borno State, Babangida Zulum, and the Sheikh of Borno, Abubakar El Kanemi, have appealed to the federal government to fast-track the rehabilitation and expansion of the Alau Dam. The duo made the appeal when the Sheikh paid the traditional Salah homage to the governor at the government house, Maiduguri, saying such was necessary to avert another Borno flooding disaster. Zulum, who expressed concern over the slow pace of work on the project, warned that at the dawn of this year's rainy season, urgent action was needed. The Nigerian Air Force said it has carried out precision airstrikes on key Boko Haram strongholds in Borno State, neutralizing several terrorists. The service also said the airstrikes crippled terrorist logistics infrastructure ahead of the Eid celebrations. According to a statement by the Director of Public Relations and Information at NAV headquarters, Air Commodore Ehinem Ejadame, the airstrikes were conducted under the Operations Hadinkai on June 5 and 6, targeting terrorist enclaves and Tumbuma, Baba and Chiralia, located in southern Tumbun's region of the state. A disagreement between the Nigerian Police Force and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps over an investigation into alleged illegal mining activities in Rafin Gabas, Akwada Town, Kokuna local government area of Nasarawa State has escalated. Both security agencies accused each other of misconduct and interference in the investigation. The dispute, which has now been taken to the courtroom, centered on conflicting claims surrounding the mining sites linked to allegations of culpable homicide, trafficking of underage children for labor, and obstruction of justice. You're watching the live broadcast of the Midday News. When Midday News returns, Coco Gauff defeats top-ranked Aina Sabalenka, wins her first French Open title. Details coming shortly, plus foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Now we go to the business news. Nigerian Shippers Council has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to automating the port sector for optimal efficiency. NSC Executive Secretary CEO Dr. Akuta Payo stated this disclosure during a courtesy visit to the Lekki Deep Sea Port. Akuta stated that NSC is championing automation as a key standard to enhance efficiency and effectiveness in the maritime sector. Nigeria and Angola are emerging as key players in Africa's energy transformation, poised to lead the continent's push for energy security, and refining capacity is projected to rise significantly, reaching up to 90%. This projection was made in the Africa Finance Corporation's newly released report. The corporation noted that to unlock this potential, two complementary investment tracks will be required. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, says the Bola Tinubu administration is already fixing the foundational structural issues that have been bedeviled the power sector over the years. Adelabu described the ongoing improvement in the power supply across the country as a tip of the iceberg when compared with what is to come in the few years. The minister expressed optimism that in the next few years, the sector will deliver far more improved services, which will see power supply serving every Nigerian home, household, businesses, institutions, and industries. European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde says policymakers are in good place to deal with global uncertainty after cutting interest rates by another quarter point. Oyi Abomifebe has the details. Still on the foreign scene, President Donald Trump has warned that there will be serious consequences if tech mogul Elon Musk funds Democratic candidates to run against Republicans who vote in favor of the gobsweeping budget bill. The president also said he has no desire to repair his relationship with Musk after a feud between the two men erupted in public view. Trump's comments were the most extensive since he and Musk exchanged threats and attacks on X and Truth Social earlier this week. The U.S. Treasury Department has announced sanctions against more than 30 individuals and companies accused of helping Iran evade sanctions and launder billions from oil and petrochemical sales to fund its nuclear and missile programs. The department stated that the sanctioned network operated as a system of shadow banking, involving two companies in places like Hong Kong and the United Arab Emirates. The goal, it said, was to bypass existing sanctions, obscure the origin of oil proceeds, and funnel money into military-linked projects. And now on the sports news, Nigeria Sports Commission, NSC, has formally inaugurated two vital committees, the Election Petition Committee and the Election Appeals Committee, as part of its efforts to ensure transparency, fairness, and integrity in the conduct of the Sports Festival Federation elections. A statement signed by Dr. Kehinde Ajayi, the Commission's Director of Press, says the selection was made in line with international standards and its renewed commitment to excellence in sports governance. Coco Gauff has won the French Open title for the first time by defeating top-ranked Aina Sabalenka 6-7, 6-2, and 6-4 in Saturday's final. The second-ranked Gauff came out on top of a contest that was full of tension and momentum swings to claim her second major trophy after the 2023 US Open, where she also came from the set down to beat Sabalenka in the final. And that is it on Global TV Midday News. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @GlobalTVNG. You can also download the Global TV Nigerian app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Priscilla Obasi. Thank you for watching.